something you have told me in private about the Conservative Party and why you have left it, is what I find really interesting during Boris Johnson times.
Yeah, well, there's nothing secret about this, although I told you in a conversation that was a one-on-one conversation, but it arises from things that I've said on BBC Radio 4 when I was being interviewed on the Today programme. The resignation letter that I sent to the party chairman is published in full on my website. I'm a political realist. You will never have any political party where you agree with that party 100% unless it's a party that you create and that you are the only member. As soon as you have a political party with more than yourself as a member, even if you're the leader, you will find that some of the policies of that party are policies you don't agree with. So I've always been a realist about that. And in the Conservative Party, I am very pro-European Union. For many decades, the leaders of our party, people like William Hague, Ian Duncan Smith, were very anti-European. David Cameron was more sympathetic, but still relatively anti-European in many ways. That has never bothered me. I have no difficulty having a leadership that disagrees with my views, as long as I broadly support overall what Conservative policies stand for. So, do I agree with this party more than I disagree with it? That's the only requirement. And even more so, do I agree with this party more than I agree with any other party? However, every single leader I have ever known of the Conservative Party, and for that matter, every single leader I've ever known of the Labour Party or the Liberal Democrats, even though you can't be a member of all the parties at the same time, I have felt was a person who was genuinely trying to do their best for the country and was a person of individual integrity. Boris Johnson failed both of those tests, in my view. My view, which I've shared openly, is that I believe that Mr. Johnson does not care about the difference between truth and falsehood. As an example, in early 2019, he stood on a platform at JCB, the construction manufacturing firm, and claimed that he never said that Turkey was joining the European Union. And of course, almost immediately, people found lots of clips to show that he was. And the other disqualification in my eyes for Mr. Johnson, apart from his not caring about the truth, is that I don't think he cares about anybody but even himself. And the example I cited in my resignation letter to the party chairman about that was the famous or infamous article he wrote in the Telegraph newspaper in 2018 about Muslim women who wear niqab and burqa. And if you read the article very carefully, he actually says he doesn't want to ban it, and he's criticizing bans in European countries, but the whole style of the article, the language he uses, is clearly intended, in my view, and Mr. Johnson is an expert user of the English language, so it wasn't an accident. He knew exactly what effect on the reader he was going to create, was done to increase his credentials with the right wing of the Conservative Party, because he could see a leadership election coming when eventually Theresa May had to step aside, and he wanted to position himself as well as possible, and he did not care that that kind of article would lead to Muslim women in the streets being attacked as they were. He did that. In my view, he is so selfish that he wrote that article to advance his own career, uncaring about the effect on Muslim women.